Hi, everybody. Welcome to Habitat Now. This is a true honor to welcome Krista Israel for the finale of NGG 2023. I can't believe we're in December already of this incredible year. So much talent, so diverse, so many impressive people that I knew and met and had great experiences with exploring their careers, their life, and their work. Um, NGG will continue in 2024. We have the artists already selected. We haven't selected the winners. That will be announced probably via Facebook and Instagram and all the other social medias once the decisions have been made who's coming back. But it's a real honor to welcome Krista Israel to join us today. She's wrapping up the year and she's been insanely busy with exhibitions and presentations and work and family. So it's really great to have her join me. Thank you, Krista, for being here. Say hello.
Thank you for having me. Hi, everybody.
No, this
It's
is
great to
incredible.
be here again for the third time now.
Yes,
Yeah,
for the third
I'm
time.
honored.
It is great to have you here. It's really great to have you part of NGG and sharing what we know and love as the medium pushes into the future. We'll have some great announcements concerning NGG as of 2024, and the list of invitations has been released on social media, so you can see who is invited. But
hmm
we'll put out another reminder as well. So I'm going to start sharing my screen so we can start talking about the most important person in the room, which is you, Krista. So thank you for being here today. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to learning more about what you've been up to for the last year, right? I guess that's what's going
Yeah,
on. So tell us. And if you want me to change slides, just press next and I can do that.
yeah. I made a short introduction for the people who don't know about me. So if you flip to the next image. So hi, this is me. This is one of the, yeah, let's say, I think it's my most iconic work I'm ever made. I made this for NGG. Well, I think it was the first edition, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this presentation, I'll do a short introduction of myself, and I wanted to talk about how to say, like, the afterlife of the pieces that I made for Not Grandma's Glass, because it has been amazing what the pieces have been doing, traveling around the world and being published in several magazines all over the world. So I wanted to share that with you instead of sharing my former pieces, because we've seen those over the last 3 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, next please. So this is where I live. It's a small town in the Netherlands. This is our teeny tiny house, and we are reconstructing it totally on the inside. It's like from the 30s. So when we bought it, it was like, your parents think, what have you done? So over the last few years, we did the whole inside, and we're now constructing how to say, an addition to the home. So next, please. I probably shared this once before, but I wanted to show it again because I'm so proud of this project we did. This is me with my husband Hendrik, and he's the designer of our studio. We worked on it for like 3 years, and it's well, so it's almost finished, but it's been an awesome journey to do this together, and build something from scratch, and yeah, having a wonderful studio space together. So yes, that's what I wanted to share with you.
Mhm. Great.
For people who do not know me, I am from the Netherlands, but I studied at the State Institute for Art and Craft in Belgium, and I started there in 2007 and graduating in 2013 and 2016, both with honors. It's been an amazing journey. When I walked into the academy for the first time and thinking I knew something about glass or glass art. Well, that, how to say, um, that idea was shattered quite quickly because I knew nothing. And in the 9 years I've been studying there, this whole world of art and glass and technique and craft opened up to me, and I've been so grateful to be being sorry, my English leaves me sometimes, but I'm grateful, that I could do this study, and it has been a personal journey, those 9 years, and the years after, I've only been growing in my work, and I still, I'm very thankful to my tutors, Sandra de Klerk and Katrijn Schatteman. So next picture, please. So what happened over the last year? And I've not only made like new work, but I also went behind the scenes together with my partner in crime. This is Titia Velderhof. In the Netherlands, there's like I'd say the platform for glass and contemporary glass is quite slim. So we both felt the need to create a stage for glass art in another way than it already had been. And it's really weird because I am from the Netherlands, but I can hardly get a foot on the ground here with my work. So we had talks about that, and got interested in created a new platform. So we started a foundation titled Unexpected Glass, and we started that in the Year of Glass. Titia is the director, and I'm now the curator of this foundation, and we are starting with our first Biennale in coming March. So that's super exciting, and
That's great news.
I can't believe that's happening.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It started with an idea, and like 3 years ago, and somehow two projects have come from this. So the Biennale is in March, and I have to show the next picture. This is an exhibition, one of the two, and this is in the Rietveld Pavilion in the city of Amersfoort. That's in the center of the Netherlands. This is a crossover exhibition. You can change to the next picture. It's a crossover exhibition of photography and glass, because it is not a lot of people know about glass. I mean, they know about glass blowing, when I talk to people and they say I work with glass, the first thing they say, "Oh, are you a glass blower, or do you do something with stained glass?" But there's
Oh yeah,
there's so
yeah.
much more to glass. So I came up with this idea, to show different glass, the way we know it, to a broader public. And the nice thing about this location is that it's a center for contemporary photography and visual art. I can translate it like that. So it's not per se glassy people that come and visit. So it's really a public that has like no knowledge about glass, but we get so much positive feedback about this show. So I'll tell you about how we started it. So we invited like 15 glass artists, and all working with different techniques. And from the Rietveld Pavilion, they invited photographers, and we matched two, I would say, a glass artist and a photographer. We matched them together. And that was in the beginning of this year. So over the last 10 months, they have been working together. and the photographers, they followed the process, but and made images in their own style. So some of them are like really into the technique and really like explaining, like it's educational, and others took a more creative, I would say, approach to it. And I think it hits a nerve with people, and it's really interesting to hear all the feedback, of the let's say the surprise of people never, I would say, expecting this from glass. So
Hmm.
you can, I'll show you a couple of artists. And what I really liked about this show is that some of the artists and photographers um, made collaborations, like physical collaborations. So this is Carl van Hees. He's the glass artist. Maybe you know him. He works with a pâte de verre, but he grinds his glass with a meat grinder.
Hmm.
So he can, I'd say,
Texture.
yeah, he can choose his texture the way he wants it. So the images that are on these glass panels are from the photographer Kees Wouda, and I thought it was so interesting that they chose to do this physical collaboration instead of just making images like this and some other pieces. They I'd say they really lifted up the show.
Mhm.
So this is yeah. So this is Sasha Brines, and Sasha is an uh, engraver, and she let me see. Yeah, sorry. She made this piece like for her graduation, like 2 years ago, I think. And these pieces are, let's say, they're oh, the neurons, not the neurons of the thoughts that grow together almost. In the space in between is where the energy is when the thoughts are coming together. So I thought it was really, really interesting to show this piece of her. And
Neurotransmitters.
yeah, thank you.
Thanks to Google.
Thanks, thanks to Google. Yeah. So here you can also see how it's displayed, and um, um,
Great.
um, sorry, I've lost what I wanted to say. Okay, this is Marike Peters. You can see her here on the image, and the photos are by Pauli Gerritsen, and they also did a collaboration. On the left side, you can see a part of a bigger installation,
Hmm.
and Pauli is frequently in Nepal and Tibet, and she works with women over there, and all the images that were used are all the eyes of women that she knows. And I'm
These
not
are
sure if
hanging
you
from
can.
the ceiling.
Yeah, they're hanging from the ceiling. I think it's about the whole installation is about 2 meters, 2 meters wide, and maybe 1.5 meters high. Um, and it was really nice to hear about this collaboration, because these two people whom never met before, they clicked so well, and
Mhm.
inspired by the same things, life, uh, culture, humans, and you know they selected the images of Pauli, and Pauli let uh, the glass artist do her thing. So it was really interesting to hear about how they collaborate with this, because Marika also, she screen printed it, but she also brushed and painted in
Mhm.
these images. And if you can see, it's a gray panel that has like fringes, and the fringes are from images of the Buddhist prayer flags. I don't know if that's the right word. So if it's really fringed, all the prints with the prayers that are on there have flown with the wind into the world, and yeah, making the world a better place in the prayers. So I
Super.
thought that was really beautiful.
This kind of looks
Uh,
familiar. Who is this artist?
That's Jackie Geurts.
First.
Can't pronounce the G, but Geurts.
Mhm.
She is one of the few flamework artists in the Netherlands that makes like big sculptural work. So I really wanted to have her in this show, because people are like so surprised by it.
Mhm.
And
Very
the
cool. Colorful stuff.
yeah, yeah. Um, so the afterlife of the last 3 years of excuse me, 2 years of not grandma's glass. Yeah, you can skip to the next one. So Um, a lot has happened, especially this year. I mean, it's like the it somehow exploded the attention for the works I made in the last 2 years. So I wanted to share some of the um I would say the
Promotion,
shows
marketing.
and promotion where all these pieces went. So the last flight of the Bumblebee I made last year. It was also selected for the Coburger Glass Prize, which is a competition that is like every 8 to 12 years. So that's really excited. If you even get selected, it's in this beautiful castle. It's an amazing show with amazing work, and I was just so honored to be part of that for the second time. So this piece was there for half a year. The Little Pony went to Poland. It was selected for the first Polish glass competition, the Hor Bowie, and it was in museum in Jelena Gora, and it was a fantastic show. And it was just an honor, to have a piece traveling, to Poland, and being part of that show.
How happy those people are looking at that guy. It's funny. It's
Yeah,
so great.
they're having so much fun. That's what I really enjoy about making these works. I love the how to say, the ironic humor, and people just enjoying it. Makes it easier to talk about difficult topics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
And this
recognize
is an
these
overview.
pieces too.
Sorry?
I recognize some of these pieces too. Our little dinosaur lamb friend.
Yes. Yeah, this is the dinosaur lamb and the basket with the mittens in it, the pink doggy, and the bumblebee. And there is a new installation that's hanging there. That was an exhibition in Germany in a glass museum. Um, it was a flamework themed exhibition. It was like a long time dream. I think I was second year student in Belgium when we went there for a field trip. And I was walking there through the museum and the depot, and I was dreaming like, oh, one day I'll be showing you my work here, one day, one day. So I was dreaming about it for like 15 years. And then they invited me to participate in this show. So that was fantastic.
Great
There's some
space.
amazing artists in there. And yeah, dream coming true.
That's true.
Um, yeah, it went to China. It was selected for the Chengdu Biennale, and that is in the Tianfu Fine Art Museum. And that was like, wow. I had like people like Hockney participating in this show. So this was like
Incredible.
I almost think, you know, how does my work, how did it get there? But it did. It was fantastic. It has been there for the last half year. It's been an amazing show. In the next slide, you can see an image of the museum.
Wow, what a beautiful place.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could have gone there, but oh well. Then
Yep.
maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. Um. Also, a lot of publications over the last year. Um, it was interesting to talk about the works, my story, how I got into glass with the people who made these articles. So this was the American Glass Art magazine, and in the next slide you can see another article in the Flow. So that's for me, it's like really special because it's a flame working magazine, and there's so many technical wow artists in there. So it was really an honor to be to be featured in these magazines. Um, yeah, that
Great.
was a surprise. There was an article about um, several pieces, also some older pieces. Heidi Schmidt, who wrote this article, also wrote a book on flamework in like 2014, and you know, she caught up with me like 11 years later, or 10 years later, 10 years later. So and made this article, and yeah, the little lamp caught on caught on the cover.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No surprise there. It's catching.
yeah. Well,
Mittens.
this was really a surprise. Um, the curator of the Glass Museum in Germany, which I just showed you previously, she wrote an article about that exhibition, and the magazine chose this work for the cover. And I was I was scrolling on Facebook, and I saw that the new Noyes glass was published, and I scrolled and like, oh, okay, oh nice, you know, this artist, that artist, and then I saw this the cover photo, and I was like, wait a second, you know,
Ah! Hope you have a copy of it somewhere.
notice, I know this picture, yeah. So oh yeah, that's I mean, you just yeah, I have no words. I was so honored to have this piece on the cover. So thank you, Miss Klotz, again
Definitely.
for for this honor. Yes. So new works from this year.
All right. This is fun.
All right. Yes. So these little pink ladies, I made these like halfway through this year, and they are inspired by pink noise. I don't
Hmm.
know if you know pink noise, but it's a static noise. And if you are neurodivergent, then this can help you focus. You know, it can how to say, sort of mask all the chatter, not the chatter, chatter in your head. And a friend of mine, her daughter tipped me to try it, and it like really worked for
Oh,
me. So it was really inspiring to be able to work for like 2 months and focus on pieces and not being distracted. So this first one is like still a little bit skeptical. And then you have the second one.
the detailed shot of
Yeah,
pink. You can see on the head.
yeah,
Your well-known style of pulling the threads of glass, creating little bulbs, which is great.
yeah.
It's pink too.
This pink too.
A
She's
little more
surprised.
attitude.
It worked.
I want to ask you where the faces came from, but I already know.
Yeah, it was it's part of personal experience, but I think a lot of people would be I'd say helped by this listening to this pink or brown noise, or you have several colors. I mean, it was interesting that pink works the best for me, but
Definitely.
so I used these found objects. I really enjoyed hunting for these glass objects. They're all pressed glass, and um, I also collect like these vintage porcelain dolls,
Mhm.
and I really select them for their expression, and I made them. I would say this one is like really comfortable in her, let's say, her blanket of softness and the pink noise.
Yeah, these are really fun, and I like the way they expand beyond to the ground.
Yeah,
It's almost as if it's the world they live in, who they are.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
and that's how it felt when I made them.
and the
And
tone and elegance of like this, the bases and the cups and the found objects really just makes the sculpture pop. Because you're looking at something you kind of recognize, and then you don't.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Exactly.
they're kind of crazy.
Mhm. Yeah, very
Yeah,
cool. And how big are
nice.
these?
Thank you. Um, I know that. I wrote that down. I know it in centimeters. This one is about, I think it was about, I think 25 or 30 centimeters high. So that,
It's yeah, 25, 21, and 24 centimeters.
yeah.
Great. So let me put the PowerPoint back up. Now I got that out of the way. All right. And
And
then,
especially the backside is interesting when you flip it around. If you don't want to see the face for a
oh, yeah.
day, let's say that, then you have this really organic blob with sparkling glass going over the side. It's really nice.
Yeah, it was fun. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really powerful pink. Must have been fun to
Yes.
play with.
Yes. Yes. And what I really love about the material that's underneath the glass is that I don't really have control over it.
Mm.
So when you pour it, it grows in size, and then it goes over the side and it drops down, and it does all crazy things. So um, with
How
the
do you make it?
texture, I really like to be in control, and with that, I'm not.
How
So
do you
I
how
like
do you
the
do? Oh, I got you. I got you. So kind of just when
yeah.
you this piece comes together, or does it come in
Hmm.
parts? It's all one piece. It's all mounted permanently.
It um, the um, the pink material sticks to the glass.
I gotcha. Perfect. Okay, so it's all one piece. Very cool.
Yeah, so yeah, it's one piece.
But then we have these fun egg shaped fellas.
Yes, yes. It's really enjoyed making these figures. Um, it's they give me let's say a way of expressing thoughts, um, but without giving it a title. I let it open for the viewer, to reflect their own thoughts on it. Um, this one went from Alice in Wonderland to the poster of Platoon, the movie, to the scene of the Chinese student on the Tiananmen Square. So they go from really really happy to really extreme and almost like dark moments. So it's really fascinating how a little piece like that can uh, provoke all these responses.
In my
And
perception, I see egg representing, youth, and child's extremities representing youth, beginning of life.
mhm.
What does the gold on the hand represent
um,
in your mind, if anything?
um, for me, at the moment that I made it, it was like falling to the ground. Also help in a I'd say helpless way, because everything that's going on in the world, you cannot. Uh, um, it's difficult to understand things, but also you like as one person you cannot do anything about it.
Mhm.
So it also represented that for me.
Gotcha. Here's some detailed shots. You also got the gold on the feet as well. All of
Hmm.
the detail of each print, which must have felt great to complete when you did the whole entire circumference of each sculpture.
Yes,
Oh, we got
really
another
into
guy
this.
there's something in the water one, and there's two of these, I believe.
There's two. Yeah, yeah. There's something about the water. Um, so I've uh, been fascinating about the rising water levels, and reading about these small islands, off the coast of let's say Australia, in the area of Fiji, and how these communities that have been living there for centuries, now sometimes are leaving because their island is, you know, I can't say sinking, but is disappearing because the sea
Mhm.
levels are rising. So this is a piece that um, both has that thought, but also a thought of yeah, like a youth memory. You enjoy the water, you enjoy going to the sea, and 40 years later, you know um,
It's no
uh,
longer the same,
we
right?
are confronted with rising sea. So that's what this piece was about. I even had yellow boots when I was little.
That
Yeah.
must have been fun. Did you do the figure first and then dip the figure in the resin, or was it the resin done and then added the boots and the figure? What happened first? I
I
gotta
first
ask,
make
chicken or the egg?
yeah, the chicken or the egg. Well, I had this piece made, I think, about 4 or 5 months ago. The figure, and I wanted to place it in glass, and
Mhm,
of course I couldn't figure it out how to do that, because it's sort of impossible.
mhm.
It's ceramics, and it's a rubber boot. So I couldn't figure it out. And I'm a big admirer of the Latour brothers, and I know they use a lot of resin, and then this idea of using the resin to make the water, that came to me. So first the egg in this case.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
First the egg. And this
yeah,
is another one.
yeah. This is the latest I finished, like, recently. It's a collaboration with Italian glassmaker Mauro Fianello. He's from Murano. Um, you can see on the right side there's a fish.
There's
He
not a
made
focus
the
photo
he
of
made
it.
the
You can
fish.
see it kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah. And so we both work with this theme of the climate change and the water. For him, if of course, is the influence of the water on Venice and Murano and the other islands over there. And so while I was working on this piece, we got sort of talking, and I sort of joked like, "Oh, only thing that is missing is one of your fish," and well, I'll send you one. And like 2 months later, well, a little fish was on my doorstep, so I used it in this piece with this. Oh, sorry. Well, um, so it's in the water, and the fish is above the water, which of course is not normal for a little fishy. And the piece is holding a mirror, so to reflect in a way um, on yeah, where are we going?
Mhm.
What's the future? What's the future gonna be? And that's the thought about or behind this piece. Yeah.
There you go. Now you can see the fish up close, sitting
Yep.
in the water.
Yeah.
A little more resonance sign. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
honored to have you to join us, and we're excited here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen if I can figure that out real quick
Yeah.
and
Thank you
ask.
for having me.
No problem. Honored to have you. We're going to have some of Krista's work at the Glass Coast Weekend down in Sarasota, Florida. It's our first time showing the physical work in the gallery. We're honored to have you. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you'll have a chance
Fantastic.
to see some of these beautiful pieces in person. We're going to do either a display or installation. We're still figuring it out, but it should be quite an exciting thing to experience.
Yes.
Such a popular artist who blew up in 2020, which is in 2021 and
Amazing.
2022, and in
It's crazy.
2023.
Yeah. But I think it has a lot to do with the support of this project that you came up with.
Mhm.
It really gave me confidence over the last few years uh, to explore more and more of the humor in my work, and yeah, I'd say being being true to what I wanted to make.
Mhm.
And your support has been incredible. It just has been incredible. It just, yeah.
Well, I'm honored to
Thank
do it.
you.
It's great. I've heard so many times from so many of the people in this
Yeah.
Not Grandma's Glass NGG presentation that this is like the only avenue out there to create work for yourself that you want to share. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of times you create exhibitions for galleries or shows with a certain kind of work that people will buy or certain types of work that are expected, but
Yeah.
NGP doesn't have any expectations. The idea is to share what you want to do in a very
Yeah.
economical way. And so this show, just for those who don't know, is designed to bring attention to artworks that aren't in Grandma's art collection yet, but many are. You know, it's a lot of fun discovering and talking to people who have participated in NGG or have worked by artists at NGG. And we've had a good amount of artists. I think we're at like 30 artists have been through this. And it's going to increase 8 more next year as we continue into the future. So, Chris, this is
Fantastic.
really great talking to you. Congratulations on all your success. And we're looking
Thank
forward
you.
to working
And
with you
thanks
in
to you.
2024 here at the gallery and maybe NGG again. We'll see how it goes. But thanks
We'll
again.
see.
And for those who you want to see the work, we'll post it up soon, but it will be on our website as well as the NGG website, notgrammasglass.com. Well, thank you for being part of NGG 2023. Looking forward to 2024 with everybody, and have a great holiday, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.
See you soon.